Now, hear me out. I know he's a white supremacist, but he can be reformed, and everyone deserves a second chance, right? Yes, I know that he's a Holocaust denier, but we could get Ben Shapiro in and he could educate him on why he's wrong about that. Ladies and gentlemen, the art of propaganda has been used throughout history to influence nations to further the political agendas of the people in power. Most famously, the Soviet Union and the Nazi Party used it to persuade their people to do very bad things. And the American government are possibly the greatest propagandists in the history of civilization, because they are so good that most Americans to this day have zero clue how much their government is fucking them and how much their government is pillaging the countries of the world: Vietnam, Ukraine, Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, to name a few. Millions of people dead with no consequences, but it's all okay because it's in the name of democracy. But now there is hope for the people, because now they are beginning to sniff this propaganda out.
What the Republican Party doesn't understand about Gen Z is we don't like you.
You claim you want to appeal to Gen Z, but you call us stupid, you say we're dumb, you say we're indoctrinated. I promise it's a losing strategy.
And Gen Z is watching the Republican Party extremely closely as they destroy our environment, take rights away from women, do nothing about kids being shot in schools, and if they think they can give the middle finger to our generation and get away with it, they're sorely mistaken.
People are saying that these kids are, well, they're not really kids because they're like a year younger than me, but people are saying that they are paid propagandists and they are being paid by Biden and the Democrats. First of all, Biden is a corpse. Make no mistake about it. He isn't running shit. He doesn't have a clue what's going on TikTok, so blaming all this on that poor old man is unfair.
The choice for the 2024 presidential election is already clear. We have President Biden, who's a good man, he's passed historic policy, and he cares about the American people. But what do the Republicans have? Donald Trump, the disgraced, twice impeached former president, who's been indicted. He tried to incite an insurrection at our Capitol. He tried to overturn a free and fair election. Yeah, let's stick with common sense and not conspiracy. Let's stick with fact and not fiction. And in 2024, we're going to re-elect President Biden, and we're going to finish the job.
I don't get it. Why are people so mad? If you're mad because they're screaming into the camera and it's kind of annoying, sure, but maybe they're just very passionate and a little autistic, but they seem like fun guys. I'm not gonna lie, this is really believable. Even though I know it's bullshit, it's kind of convincing. Look, here's the thing. Unfortunately, my generation is plagued with retards that are going to believe this, so you have to fight fire with fire. Here's my pitch to the Republicans to combat this. Nick Fuentes. Now, hear me out. I know he's a white supremacist, but he can be reformed, and everyone deserves a second chance, right? Yes, I know that he's a Holocaust denier, but we could get Ben Shapiro in and he could educate him on why he's wrong about that. Imagine the story: a former white supremacist and now reformed man has become a man of the people. America loves a comeback story, and then he can go on TikTok and scream the same North Korean-like propaganda for the Republicans on TikTok and Twitter. Just like these two. Because let's be honest, these two saying that Joe Biden is a competent and good leader with a straight face is on par, no pun intended, with the shit that Kim Jong-un was telling his people that he scored 18 holes in one while playing golf. So since they were caught, people brought out their receipts to prove that they are being paid by the DNC. So, I mean, this should have been the first red flag that they were propagandists. Having Biden as your Twitter banner, I mean, come on. So this was their response to the receipts.
So some MAGA trolls have been claiming that I'm a shill paid for by the DNC, and I don't actually believe what I say. If I've learned anything in my time making content on the internet, it's always a losing battle to feed the trolls, so I'm only going to address this once. I have never been paid by the DNC, ever. In fact, any content I've ever been sponsored to post has been labeled as such as required by law. I suppose it's worth mentioning that I've never been paid by Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, or the deep state either. The best part is this grand conspiracy the liberal Illuminati has been hiding from them is literally just a Washington Post article. And if they actually read the article, they would see that no creator was paid anything. If you think that I need to be paid to make content with President Obama, then you've clearly never seen the content I've been posting on this app for years. The fact that these conspiracy theorists think it would take a paid actor bribed by a liberal conspiracy to speak out against gun violence against kids or student loan debt.
Oh my god, shut up. I mean, bring back the old TikTok. Bring back the old TikTok bros like the Hype House and the Sway House. And yes, maybe they was trying to roofie Gold's drinks, but at least they weren't yelling at us about the global economy and Biden's foreign policy.